Dun, dun, dun.
This is the largest single stand in the country as well. This side of the ground here, the Alex Ferguson stand, holds over 25,000 people. Now that's bigger than some Premier League football grounds, just this side alone. Stretford end in the backdrop as well. That's where most of the singing and chanting and most passionate fans, I suppose, would be. And sometimes it's got to be said that the behaviour and the language is not always perfect when you're over there. So any youngsters might want some ear defenders bringing with them. Those we have the Bobby Charlton stand, a name I imagine most people have heard of. Maybe not everyone has, but I think in many neutral people's opinion, the greatest ever English footballer. He lost 8 of his teammates in the Munich air disaster of 1958. Again, a lot of you will know about this, but in case you don't, United team plane crashed at Munich, Germany, killing 23 people, including 8 of Bobby's teammates. Would the players who survived even want to play again? He did. He found after in a few weeks he got back to football, and then within the next 10 years he'd done amazing things. He'd won the highest honour that you can win with your country. What is that, anyone? The World Cup. Mm-hmm. The highest honour that you can win with your club team. The highest honour is the Champions League European Cup. And he won the highest honour you can win for yourself as an individual. The Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or, yeah. Now, those 3 levels, country, club, individual, no one had ever done that before. No player ever. And even now, only 9 players in the history of the game are in that very exclusive club. The most recent one joined in December 2022 in Qatar. We're talking about Messi, of course. So this is the kind of category he's in. Others include Zinedine Zidane, Franz Beckenbauer, who also sadly passed away a few weeks ago, of course. We're one of only 2 teams in the Premier League that don't have the giant video screens. You see them everywhere nowadays. You know, you'd have to cover up a lot of seats or take out those seats, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 in total. For us, of course, we prefer to have the people here than the screens, so we carry on with this. Of course, there are changes in the pipeline for the stadium, for the club. We don't know how this is going to be. Okay guys, that gives us a bit of an overview of the stadium, where everything is. We're going to make our way around now. Anytime you've got a question, please, it's quite relaxed, just fire away, ask your questions. Well, the main answer, areas like this where we're standing, we've done more for our wheelchair using supporters. Yeah. We've expanded these areas, not just here, all the way along the back of many of these other stands all the way, and then other smaller platforms as well. Almost 300 spaces now for wheelchair users and their companions on a match day. We have the best facilities we consider in Europe for that, and we do like, that's where the commentators would also be on match day. Tomorrow afternoon, 7 cameras will be winched up there in these sort of baskets. Many of you will have seen the documentary on Netflix about David Beckham. Very famous incident in here. Sir, would you just sit down there and be Beckham for me there? Thank you very much. Now, one of our colleagues came in here to show this to the TV crew on that documentary. You might remember it. Alex Ferguson was very annoyed about the performance of the players, and with Beckham in particular. Okay, so you don't need to stand back. There'll be no one's going to get hurt in this demonstration. So, there was a coat on the ground and there's a bit of swearing and answering back going on. And Beckham said, "One team, thing too many." And Jason kicked this coat up at Beckham, and underneath the coat was a football boot, and the boot struck Beckham just there. And then he made a big deal of it, didn't he? He wore a headband for a while and had stitches put in as well that he didn't need, just to show off his wound, you know. And he left shortly after that summer. That summer he was replaced by an unknown, relatively unknown boy from Madeira, Portugal, who also came with no big reputation, but he also left 6 years later as the most famous sports person on the planet. I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. He'd be sitting here on a match day. In his first spell here, he was all smaller, of course. He was sitting here. Do you know what was opposite him here? In this space here. In this space here was a full-length mirror. Can you believe that? Oh. A full-length mirror. So that when the referee rang the bell, went up in the changing room, Cristiano would get up, make his last-minute alterations and preparations, and then he'd be ready to hit the field there. He'd go out that way. Sports reports on the TV and on the newspapers, of course. This is where the managers come after the game, about 30-40 minutes after the game. The TV companies are the ones who pay the big money into football.
PHA, yeah.
There we go, thank you, sir.